Marty Roberts, who's from Rid-A-Bug Exterminating, which is a local business here out of Mooresville, correct?
That's right.
And thanks for coming on the show, Marty.
Thank you for having me.
Lori and I both came down here from up east and, heard about all the snakes and poisonous spiders. And we're a little bit worried about, are we going to see copperheads slithering through the backyard and probably, now that we've
that was
lived here for a long
actually,
time.
honestly, one of the things I was so worried about going outside with my kids in the beginning because I was afraid of the copperheads.
Yeah,
we've had the fear put in me.
So we thought it would be interesting if you could maybe talk about what really is indigenous to this area in terms of different kinds of pests. What should people be worried about?
Well, they are copperheads around the area. They are black snakes, which black snakes scare off the poisonous snakes. Mm-hmm. We do not see copperheads that often around the houses. Garter snakes, it looks kind of like a copperhead, and a lot of people mistake them for a copperhead. Mm-hmm. But we have repellents that we put around the houses for those copperheads or any kinds of snakes.
You can put a repellent out for snakes?
Put repellents out. Then we have, the regular spiders, you have mice, most of your crawling insects inside the house. Termites in this area's termites is a big issue.
It is a big issue.
Ants is the next big issue. Fire ants is moving into the area, so that's been a big area.
Now you say they're moving into the area. Is that something new to this area?
It's something new. It's been going on for a few years now. What happened was the ants was brought in here by the railroads as they was bringing things up by the railroads.
Okay.
They was coming from the south and coming up this way. Also by people building new houses, bringing in pine straw, pine needles, stuff like that. It's just bringing it in with the supplies. And then you see it mostly in new yards, in new playgrounds, stuff like that.
Interesting. Now going back to the copperheads, for the people that are new in this area, what are some of the determining or distinctive marks on a copperhead? Because you said they get mixed up with garden snakes.
The eyes is the biggest thing. The eyes on a non-poisonous snake is round. On a poisonous snake, the eyes are kind of like a diamond-shaped area.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. The heads kind of look the same. You'll have a little copper tone to the top of the head. It's real hard unless you get down and really look at it to tell the difference.
Okay.
Just call a professional out. Don't try to handle them on your own. Get a professional out there. Let us look at it, make sure it is not poisonous, and it might be good for the area to keep them around.
Now, is it true too, the smaller the snake, the more lethal they are? Like the baby copperheads are worse?
That is right. The baby ones carry more venom than the.
Or it's more concentrated.
Yeah, and if you get to the hospital in a certain time, it's not going to kill you or anything. No.
What about the black widows and the brown recluse spiders?
You see them a few. You don't see them a lot. Black widows mostly inside of a garage, right inside the doors. Mm-hmm. Brown recluses, you're going to find them in crawl spaces, in the dark areas. Brown recluse has a violin shape on the back of the head. That's how you tell the difference in it. It's real little, so you have to really get down to see that. Black widow has a hourglass, red hourglass. And that's how you know.
So violin for brown recluse, and
but they're really small, right? So you might not even notice it. So how do you know if you've been bit, if you have them, or you get bit by one?
Well, if you think you've been bit and the place gets bigger, or I'd go to the emergency room, get them just to check it out. Mm-hmm. Brown recluse, if it's not, they eat the tissue, rot in the tissue around the area. So it can be bad if it's not medically treated.
So going back, what are probably the biggest or most problematic areas with pests in the area? So you mentioned termites and ants and fire ants, and if you had to make a list for the viewers.
Termites would be the biggest thing.
Termites are the biggest.
They do more damage than mostly fires and storms in the United States. So anywhere in this area south is very prevalent for termites.
And so how do you treat that? Is that a once a year type thing?
It's a once a year inspection, at least once a year inspection. You need at least to have it treated on a periodically basis. Checking it is the biggest issue. A lot of people think just because they don't have termites, they don't need to get it inspected or they don't need to get it treated. Mm-hmm. Even though you don't see them, it's not saying that they're not in your house or around the house. They're in the ground regardless.
Okay.
It's just a matter of time. Every house is going to get them unless they're treated.
And then after that, after termites, what would be another?
Termites, ants is the next
Ants.
biggest issue. Yeah, ants is what we have the biggest calls with right now.
And the kinds of chemicals you were talking about, the repellent for snakes, which I had never heard about, and I mean, we do get our house inspected and treated for termites and all that kind of stuff, but do people have to worry about the chemicals or being sensitive to them? Is it
Well,
safe for pets?
it's very safe, and we do have green products that we use. We use glue boards also to catch them. They'll get in onto the board, and then we can get it off later and take it off. We have live traps to where we can, humanely take away animals from the house and pests and release them somewhere else.
Okay.
And then as far as the bigger pests, I mean, what other animals? So we have, I guess, possums. And
Possums,
Squirrels in the house,
raccoons,
we had that
squirrels.
problem.
Squirrels is a lot, and a lot of people don't understand. You really, if you have squirrels or anything on your land and you transport them off the land, you have to have a depredation permit from the North Carolina Wildlife Damage Control Agent, which I am. Went and got my certification for that. You have to have a permit to take it off your property, even though you're the homeowner.
So
If
you
you
get
take it off
those
that
little
property.
cages for the squirrels, capture them, and
Catch
then take them out.
and take them out and release them in a better area.
And how long have you been in the area? How many?
We've been in the area going on right around 35 years.
Wow. Okay. Family-run business.
Family run. Me and my dad owns the company.
Okay.
We take and we've got 2 offices. We've got another office on the other side of Statesville where he runs out of, and I run out of this office in Morton.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on the show. And we do have a coupon for 10% off initial termite or pest control. And it sounds like it's definitely, with the termite thing, something you need to do. And it's interesting that you said it's actually worse than fires and storms and all of that.
Yeah.
Especially after the storms we've been having in this area lately. So yes, you can go to LKNSavings.com and to get more information about Marty and the Rid-A-Bug exterminating. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks,
for having
Marty.
me.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.